Buenos días, queridos alumnos de Cela Spanish School Online. Bienvenidos a otra de nuestras video clases. In today's class, we will begin our series of classes on the subjunctive. These videos are part of the material of our online grammar course, El Subjuntivo Paso a Paso. These videos were also recorded completely in Spanish. However, we found it necessary to make a video in English also for students who prefer to have explanations in this language. I recommend you also watch the video in Spanish. I am sure you can understand it. The use of the subjunctive is a subject that seems difficult, but throughout the course and the series of videos, you will discover that it is easy and logical. We will go step by step. This course has two parts. In the first part, we will study the present subjunctive, and in a second course, the rest of the tenses. In this first video, I want to give you some general information about the subjunctive. We will answer the questions, what is the subjunctive and when do we use it? The use of the subjunctive will be explained in a very general way, since during the course we will explain it in detail in a logical sequence with examples. So, don't worry if you think it's a lot of information for now. We will repeat everything in detail later. There will be no questions left to answer, and at the end of the course, you will be able to use the subjunctive in Spanish properly. Muy bien, comencemos entonces. Si comprendemos la función que tiene el subjuntivo, no tendremos que aprender de memoria listas de frases que supuestamente lo necesitan. Our goal is to understand the concept behind the use of the subjunctive, so we will not have to learn phrases by heart that sometimes have more than one possibility. Let's clarify first what is the subjunctive and to explain the context that frames the topic that we are going to learn. The subjunctive is a mood. We have the indicative mood that has several tenses. The majority of these tenses you know and use. And we have the subjunctive mood, in which we also have several tenses that we use when we speak Spanish. We have used the verb trabajar in the first person singular as an example of each tense. In the subjunctive mood, we use presente, trabaje. Pretérito imperfecto that has two forms, trabajara o trabajase. Pretérito perfecto, haya trabajado. And pretérito pluscuamperfecto, hubiera o hubiese trabajado. There is also the future of the subjunctive mood, trabajare. However, it is not used in everyday speech. We can find it in some legal texts as contracts. As I said, in this course, we will concentrate on the conjugation and use of the present subjunctive and leave the rest of the tenses for a second course. El subjuntivo es un modo y tiene varios tiempos. We will now explain in a very general way, as an introduction, when we use the presente de subjuntivo. In a simple sentence like this, Juan quiere pan, in which we have a subject Juan with a verb quiere, we do not use the subjuntivo. This rule has only one exception, and it is the sentences that begin with ojalá, tal vez, quizás, posiblemente y probablemente. For example, quizás vayamos al cine el fin de semana. In this sentence, we're talking about an action that we expect to do together. Do not worry, because we will practice this in the next videos. Okay. Well, we use the subjunctive in some composed sentences with two different subjects and two different verbs connected by que. For example, quiero que tú vayas al cine conmigo. In the first sentence, we have the verb quiero in the first person singular. The subject is yo, and it is included in the verb ending. And in the second sentence, we have the verb in the second person singular, tú. They are two different subjects connected by que. In the first sentence, I talk about a wish I have about the action of someone else. I want you to do an action, and the action I expect from you, what I want you to do, is expressed in subjunctive. We can say that, in general, we use the subjunctive in composed sentences for the action we expect from another person, from an animal, or from a thing. I tell my students that the subjunctive is a kind of imperative. If I tell you, quiero que vayas al cine conmigo, I am thinking, ven al cine conmigo. That is why perhaps the negative imperative and the present subjunctive have the same conjugation. There is not much difference from the point of view of meaning between no comas pan and no quiero que comas pan. However, not all sentences with two different subjects and two different verbs connected by que use the subjunctive in one of the sentences. For example, in tengo un hijo que estudia medicina. Here, I give an information, and I do not expect an action of my son. As, for example, in quiero que mi hijo estudie medicina. In creo que tenemos que irnos, in the first sentence, I use a verb of thought in the affirmative form, creo. And in this type of sentences, we always use the indicative mood. These and other exceptions will be explained and practiced enough in the course and in the following videos. I found it important to give you the most complete information possible and then go into the details step by step. What would happen if we make a mistake? We will answer this question. Let's see an example. In quiero que vayamos al cine, I am talking about an action that I expect we do together with vayamos. If I say, quiero que vamos al cine, the sentence is grammatically incorrect in Spanish. However, there are no communication problems. The person I speak with perfectly understands what I mean. It is not a serious error because it does not interfere with communication. In this mini course on the present subjunctive, we will learn about the conjugation of regular and irregular verbs in the present subjunctive, the use of subjunctive in simple sentences with a single subject and a verb that begin with ojalá, quizás, tal vez, probablemente, and posiblemente, the use of the subjunctive in compound sentences. We will learn about the exceptions, the use of the subjunctive in sentences with some temporal expressions, the subjunctive in sentences with para qué and similars, and we will do indicative, subjunctive, and infinitive contrast exercises. As I mentioned in the video, we will go step by step explaining everything that we have advanced to you so far. We will give small doses of information and do many exercises. Our mini online course on the subjunctive consists of these videos, written material with explanations and exercises with solutions, and exercises with teacher corrections. I invite you now to watch the following video about the conjugation of the regular verbs in the present subjunctive, and to visit our website where you will find information about our school and our courses. Muchas gracias y hasta un próximo video.